Connecticut, Massachusetts, Toronto. For the last few months, TD Bank branches have been targeted across Turtle Island. The reason?
We're focusing our attention on TD partly because it has invested the most money out of any Canadian bank into the Dakota Access pipeline.
TD Securities is part of what's called a lending syndicate, essentially a group of banks that lend expensive projects money. A lot of money. TD has put in over $360 million to help finance DAPL.
We don't think that banks should be funding human rights violations, you know, the way the Dakota Access pipeline is doing in cooperation with the local police forces.
Demonstrators have put pressure on TD by calling on people to divest from the bank.
How do you defeat that black snake? You defeat that black snake by cutting off its head. And where's the head? It's at these banks.
In this statement, TD says they hear the concerns. On December 1st, they hired a human rights expert to conduct a review on behalf of the lenders and advise on recommended improvements ETP and Sunico Logistics can make to their social policies and procedures going forward. But the Boston law firm in charge of the review says there's no strict timeline of when to deliver the report. While reports say the Dakota Access Pipeline might be operational as soon as next week, demonstrators are wondering what's taking so long. They point to the fact that human rights advocates at the UN and Amnesty International have long since condemned DAPL, and that Norway's largest bank saw fit to divest from the project back in November.
Taking that long to do a review when the reality of the situation is very clear, ethically and economically, is completely unacceptable.
TD declined to be interviewed for this story, but in this February statement, they said that they are contractually obligated to fulfill the project financing agreement that is associated with pipeline construction. The statement then goes on to illustrate the ways TD supports various environmental initiatives. But demonstrators here are quick to dismiss it as greenwashing.
They're talking the talk, but they're not walking the walk, and we really need them to divest from ecologically destructive projects.
It's too soon to say how the review may influence business practices going forward, but the odds of it changing anything with regards to the completion of the Dakota Access decreases with every passing day. Tom Fenario, APTN National News, Montreal.